Hey, Steve from Flowmaster. Today I'm happy to introduce our Delta Force cold air intake for the 2015 to 2016 Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyon, both equipped with a 3.6 liter motor. Now these Delta Force cold air intakes have a washable, reusable high flow filter that comes pre-oiled, a black powder coated heat shield, a durable polyethylene intake tube with a nice rib design, the Flowmaster logo right here in the center, reinforced silicone couplers, all stainless steel hardware, anodized fitting, and this thing is 100% direct bolt into the factory mounted locations on the vehicle. Now, the tools for the job are pair of pliers, 3/4 inch, 7/16 inch, 5/16 nut driver, Phillips screwdriver, 1/4 inch ratchet, 1/4 inch drive extension, 1/4 inch drive Torx T20, 1/4 inch drive Torx T30, 1/4 inch drive 10mm socket, and a 5/32 Allen key. All Flowmaster products are dyno tuned during the development phases for maximum power gains and efficiency. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get this installed in this Canyon over here. Okay, we're in the shop today. We've got a 2015 GMC Canyon here with a 3.6 liter. We're gonna get the stock air box out and get ready to put on the new Delta Force cold air intake. So let's get started. Okay, first what we have to do is get this engine cover off. This engine cover actually has the intake tube built into it. So the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and follow this line back down here, and we're gonna go ahead and disconnect it. Then we're gonna go ahead and loosen this clamp on the air box. And there's a clamp underneath that's on the throttle body. We're gonna have to loosen that clamp up. Then we're going to remove these two bolts, and then we can go ahead and pull this whole assembly off. Now next on the airbox here, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the sensor, undo the wire loom that's on the airbox, and then remove the two bolts down below, and then we'll go ahead and pull this airbox off. Okay, we're going to remove the breather hose at the back of the motor right here. There's a clamp. Okay, we got two bolts to remove. We got one bolt right here. There's one bolt right here we're going to remove. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and loosen up the two clamps, one on the throttle body that's underneath this cover, and then one right here on the airbox. We'll start with the throttle body first. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and push the intake tube off. Okay, next, we're gonna remove the oil cap real quick. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull up on this cover. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put the oil cap back on. Okay, we're gonna disconnect the sensor here. We're gonna pull up on the red tab, unlock it. And now we're gonna press down on the black tab, squeeze together, unplugs. Now there's a clip right here that holds the wire loom on. You just gotta pull it off the airbox. Okay, we're going to remove these two nuts. It's going to remove the stock air box. And this is also going to be two of the three mounting points for the new Delta Force cold air intake. Okay, now we're going to pull straight up on the stock air box. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and loosen and remove this nut off the reservoir here. This is going to be our third factory mounting point for the new Delta Force cold air intake, and then the two studs down below that we took off the factory air box. Okay, we got the stock air box out of the vehicle. We're ready to go ahead and assemble the new Delta Force cold air intake, so let's get started. Okay, first we're going to start off with the heat shield here. We're going to go ahead and put on the air filter adapter, and this is going to go on the inside of the heat shield. And then we're going to line up the three bolt holes. And then with the supplied hardware, which is going to be an Allen bolt, a lock washer, and then a flat washer, we're going to go ahead and bolt this up. Okay, we got our air filter adapter on. Okay, we're going to start off with the first heat shield bracket. Then we're going to start with this big one here. We're going to go ahead and put a Allen bolt through the bracket, and it's going to go on the outside of the heat shield. And then on the inside here, we're going to go ahead and put a flat washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. Now we're going to go ahead and just snug it down, but we're going to leave it loose so we can allow for some final adjustment once it's installed in the vehicle. Okay. Okay, next we're going to start with the second bracket. This is going to go on the outside of the heat shield, right at this hole. This bottom 90-degree bend, it's going to go towards the bottom. We'll go ahead and put an Allen bolt through the bracket, and through the heat shield. And on the back side here, we're going to go ahead and put a flat washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. Okay. Again, we're going to leave this loose so we can allow some adjustment once in the vehicle. Okay, next bracket is going to be this one here. It's going to go on the inside of the heat shield. And we're going to go ahead and put an Allen bolt through the bracket. And then the bracket will be standing straight up. And then on the back side here, we're going to go ahead and put a flat washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. Okay, should be like that. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the heat shield gasket. Now, this will come in excess length, so you need to trim it to fit your heat shield. Okay, we're going to go ahead and fit the heat shield into the vehicle and bolt it down securely to those 3 mounting points. Okay, we're going to go ahead and slide this down. Okay, we'll go ahead and put the nuts on now. Okay, now we can go ahead and tighten down the brackets to the heat shield. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and tighten up the bracket to the heat shield. Okay, we got our heat shield installed onto those factory mounting points on the vehicle. We're ready to go ahead and put some parts onto the intake tube. First, we're going to start off with the anodized fitting. Make sure you have some Teflon tape on the threads. We're going to go ahead and screw this in. Okay, next, we're going to go ahead and take the sensor off the stock airbox. Okay, next, with the stock sensor here, we're going to go ahead and pull off the factory gasket. Just peel it off. And in the kit, there's a new supplied gasket. I'm going to go ahead and slide this on. And also in the kit, there is new hardware. So we're going to go ahead and put the 2 new screws through the sensor and through the gasket. And we'll go ahead and install it on the new intake tube. Now when tightening down the 2 screws, make sure you tighten down evenly. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put on the reinforced silicone couplers. There's a big coupler and there's a small one. The big one here is going to go on the end that goes to the heat shield. So we're going to go ahead and slide this one on. And then we're just going to go ahead and just snug down the clamp. It's going to allow for some adjustment. Okay. Now the smaller one is going to go up here by the anodized fitting. This is going to be on the throttle body side. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put on the intake tube. We'll start by putting on the heat shield side first. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and push it onto the throttle body. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and tighten down the clamps. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the new breather hose. Now, this may come in excess length, so you may need to trim it to fit your motor. So we're going to go ahead and slide it on in the back here. Now we're going to connect the breather hose to the anodized fitting. But first we're going to go ahead and put on the hose clamp. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put the filter on. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and reconnect the sensor. We're going to push it in until we hear it snap, and then push in the red locking tab. Okay, this concludes the installation here in our Delta Force cold air intake for the 2015 to 2016 Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyon, both equipped with a 3.6 liter. Now, installation time on this is roughly about 30 to 45 minutes. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our Flowmaster YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.